Hello guys, okay, I'm back again. My name is Saurav, and today for this video we are going to talk about a very important aspect of, we can call it communication, we can call it relationship building, we can call it for example how we are managing our workplace, how we are managing our personal life also. This is about interpersonal skills. Previously also there has been a discussion by Neetu ma'am about interpersonal skills. I'm just going to touch down about different other aspects that we should look into if we want to have an excellent interpersonal skills in both professional space also and in personal life also. It can be used in both ways, but I'll be more working or talking about in a professional space what kind of interpersonal skills that we should possess. Okay, let's move on to the objectives of the session. So first we'll try to understand that what is the definition of interpersonal skills. Okay, the next is importance of interpersonal skills, and third one is types of interpersonal skills and how to develop them. So I'll cover types of interpersonal skills and how to develop them together, so that you will be able to better understand that how can we develop a different types of interpersonal skills individually, right? So first get down to the definition of interpersonal, because we really need to understand, because everywhere people have this different definitions of interpersonal skills. They kind of get confused that what are these interpersonal skills, what my HR is talking about, what my boss is talking about, what my CEO is talking about. When you will get first day in the office, second day office, your orientation is going on, your boss, your colleagues, your CEO, everybody will put a lot of effort and in telling you that why is interpersonal skills are very important while working in the office space, right? So definition: interpersonal skills are the skills required to effectively communicate and interact with the work with the individual and groups both, right? So when we are in the office space, while we are working in the corporate, while we are working for different companies, nowadays people don't, the HR or the company don't require people who are going to sit in the corner office and work all day. They want leaders, they want people who will interact, they want people who will communicate, they want people to come forward and lead the team. You cannot just be sitting in the corner office and working all day. You have to come in front of your desk and interact with the people, interact with the client, because every company is now going multinationals, so you have to be cultural sensitive also in terms of interpersonal skills. So different aspects, that's why interpersonal skills are very important. So there's one term, this communicate. So from communicate, the word arises communication. I tell you friends that lot of people come to me and say that interpersonal, for example communication, I lack communication skills. So what do you mean by that? What do students or people who want to get a job, they say that I am not good in communication skills. I tell you very frankly that 70 to 80% of them are saying that I cannot speak English. But you have to understand it very clearly in your mind that communication skills does not entirely mean that you have to communicate in English. You have to, it is necessary. Nowadays it is necessary, because companies are going multinational, you have to meet the client, you have to meet the customer, you have to talk to the customer. But communication skills mean if you are able to make the other person understand कि तुम्हें क्या आता है, तुमने क्या सीखा है, तुमने आज तक क्या किया है, क्या प्रोजेक्ट किए हैं, अगर उस चीज को तुमने, if you are able to make that person understand properly, then you are a good communicator. This is called communication. But everybody have a notion that English speaking, I'm not able to speak in English, that's why I'm not a good communicator. But I am re-quoting it. English is important in communication with clients, is important, but English is not the only thing that is important. I'll give you a very simple example of this. It's kind of a funny example. I'm from Delhi, so I was traveling in a metro. So there was this lady, a very corporate lady, having a very good etiquette, a very good dressing, a very good outfit, and she was interacting with her colleague, and she was talking in an accent, right? So if you know, and have you watched movies, so there's this US and UK accent nowadays people are trying to replicate. So she was talking in the accent. She was saying like, okay, I was like doing in this library and I was reading this book there, blah blah blah, and the the face of the colleague was like, question mark was there. So maybe she knows English, accent was there, but is she able to make that person understand what she's trying to speak? No. So communication skills or communicate is a cluster of things, not only English. It depends on to whom you are talking to. Why companies, customer care companies teach the candidates who come for a job, customer support, the accent of US or American, because they will be talking to them. It seems that they are among us. That's why they talk, they teach the students to talk in such a manner. But in journal, you don't have to have that accent. It's just that if you are able to if you make that person understand what you're saying, you are bang on, right? Understand? And the other thing is, whether they are used in your career or personal life, these skills are very important for success. I'll give you a survey also, which will be able to make you understand and what importance is there in today's world. I'm talking in today's world. I'm not talking 50 years back. I'm talking in today's world, that what importance is there of interpersonal skills, a cluster of lot of things. I'm going to talk about this. Okay, the next one. Okay, this debate is been there in the market for the last, I don't know how many years, since when the life skill, soft skill is being introduced. So obviously in the college and in the schools also, and in the universities, and in the when you are doing a post graduation, PhD, a lot of people say that technical knowledge is very important. It's okay to have a technical knowledge if you are getting an industry, but that's the problem that still exists and is going to exist if we are not going to work on them. So according to this, we think that the natural tendency is to focus on technical skills, as most job descriptions focus on specific requirement. For example, I was talking about the KRA only the mention that what kind of technical skills you should have, like for example accounting, finance, Excel, financing, modeling and related skills. However, most hiring managers actually make their decision based on soft skills, even though they talk about all the technical skills required. For example, when you are giving the interview, the question asked by the interviewer will not be that, for example, do you have patience? Do you have this? You have to tell by yourself, but you will be, or that person will be asking, for example, if you have HTML skills, if you have data analysis skills. But in a way, while you are talking, he or she is trying to know, will you be able to communicate with the client or not? You have the knowledge, you have all the technical knowledge, you have all the all the wiring, all the softwares which are working on these days, all the registers which are there. I'm talking about different batches, all the automobile structures. But if you are not being able to make the client understand that what you have built, what idea that you have got, what actually return of investment you can give to the client, then I think 70% job is not done, right? So the survey which I was talking about is, according to LinkedIn survey of 291 hiring managers, interpersonal skills are more important and also harder to find. You see, this one, harder to find, because what we are doing is we are not concentrating, we are not more concentrating, हम लोग ध्यान नहीं दे रहे हैं इन सब skills के लिए, because in colleges and universities we keep on writing papers, we keep on doing our assignments, we keep on reporting the assignments to the colleges, that we are actually ignoring these interpersonal skills. And 59% of managers reportedly they have trouble finding people with the right soft skills. Because when you are in the industry, you understand, when you are working in the industry, you are meeting the clients, you are understanding that what kind of behavior they want, what kind of a person who is meeting the client, what kind of behavior they should put, the candidate should possess. They know that soft skill, life skill, interpersonal skill are very important, right? Okay, let's move to the next slide. Types of personal skills. See, when I talk about types of personal skills, basically we have been developing personal skills from our childhood also. When we were playing, when we were talking to a friend, when we were making our first friend, like if you do remember, जब first friend बनाया था, you must be having some interpersonals, तभी तो friend बनाया था. तो हमने देखा ना, कुछ लोग कहते हैं कि introvert होते हैं, ambivert होते हैं, I was talking about in the previous slides, कुछ लोग extrovert होते हैं. तो कुछ quality होगा that you were about, you were able to make lot of friends. और कुछ होते हैं कि एक या दो friends होते हैं, या for example the parents like you a lot, for example friends like you a lot, teachers like you a lot. You must have remember कि कुछ teachers के तुम लोग favorite होते होगे. So these are all personal, interpersonal skills that you have been learning from your childhood. But why I am telling you that you should work on your interpersonal skills now? Because earlier in our childhood we also learned a lot of bad skills. We have to convert those bad skills into a positive environment that we have to work in. For example, however, it is of course also possible to develop bad habits and then fail to understand why our communication or relationship are suffering. I'll give you a very simple example. A very simple example is this, that a person very good in technical skills. Okay, so I remember when I was in school days, I was telling that person कि ZOO क्या होता है? What is ZOO? He used to call it Jew. Okay, so I told him it's zoo. वो कहता नहीं, मैं तो ऐसे ही बोलूँगा. So जो उसका जो culture चला आ रहा है कि जो मैं कर रहा हूँ वो सही है, this we have to relearn to learn it. Relearn to learn it. कि हम लोग को वो सब चीजें अपने आप में फिर से लाना पड़ेगा ताकि we'll be able to fit right into this corporate environment, right? Now move on to the types of interpersonal. First is active listening. Okay, so first question to you is, should we listen or should we hear? Any guesses? Okay. We should always, okay, I'll tell you the definition of both. You will be able to understand. Hear or hearing is, for example, the AC is going on or a fan is going on. You are hearing, but you are not concentrating on it, right? But if you are listening to something particular, you are concentrating on that. You have a particular direction in your mind that I have to focus on it. So in order to have a good interpersonal skills, it is very important to listen and listen to the whole, right? For example, if I talk about listening, when you are listening, should we answer or should we react? This is also a good question, right? So in this thing, it is always better not to react, but because when we react, it can be anything. It can be any aggression. It can be anything which is coming out of the mouth. But this is not a good thing. For example, if you are in front of the client, maybe if you are not listening properly, you react to the situation. Okay, you listen to something particular, you then react to the situation. So if you are listening very properly, you will be able to answer the question or answer the situation. That is called a very good listening skills if you have, right? Never, a lot of people have a selective listening problem, that when you are talking to them, they will listen to a very particular phrase of yours and react to that. They are not listening the whole sentence, the whole scenario, the whole situation. They are reacting to a particular thing. But if you want to have a good interpersonal skills, in which active listening is a very important part, you should listen properly to the whole conversation, that what that person is trying to say to you, what is the agenda, what is the environment, what is the situation, right? So this is very important. I hope you understand, right? So next, dependability. This is the gem. Nowadays it is called the gem of corporate world. Not corporate world, if you talk about any industry, manufacturing industry, process industry, if you talk about service industry, dependability is the key. Why dependability? Somebody has said ability is a wonderful thing. Ability is a wonderful thing means when you have the ability, you have technical skills, you have every kind of knowledge about the subject, you have every kind of software, you have every kind of hardware, you know everything. You have the skills. Ability is a wonderful thing, but its value is gently enhanced. This enhanced word, we have to focus on that. Enhanced by dependability. Ability implies repeatability and accountability. If you are dependable means if that person is trying to be, want to be dependent on you, then you will get repeatability of business. You will be getting a repeatable order. Your customer will increase and accountability तो बढ़ती है कि अगर for example तुम dependable हो, कोई भी situation ऐसी आती है, any situation, you don't push yourself back, you don't keep अपने आप को push कर लेना कि अच्छा मुझसे नहीं हो पाएगा ये, मगर कभी भी accountability बढ़ानी है, किसी का trust gain करना है. ये जो trust word use किया है, trust, अगर किसी का ट्रस्ट वर्ड यूज करना है, अगर किसी का ट्रस्ट हमें और ज्यादा बढ़ाना है अपने ऊपर, तो हमें डिपेंडेबिलिटी अपने ऊपर बढ़ानी पड़ेगी. वो कैसे बढ़ेगी? जब हम 24/7 वी आर अवेलेबल, लाइक माइंड वाइजेस, सोशली ऑल्सो, इफ वी आर अवेलेबल टू दैट पर्सन, हमारी डिपेंडेबिलिटी बढ़ जाती है उसकी तरफ से हमारे ऊपर. तो हमारा इसमें बहुत सारे प्रोसेस का भी फायदा होता है. वी गेट लॉट ऑफ कस्टमर्स एंड हमारा प्रोडक्ट का भी ऑब्वियसली देयर इज लॉट ऑफ प्रॉफिट टू द प्रोडक्ट एंड एवरीथिंग इन क्रॉस स्टार्ट्स इंक्रीजिंग, राइट? द थर्ड वन, पॉजिटिव एटीट्यूड, वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, which nowadays lot of people are lacking. I tell you very honestly. See, attitude is something which we are getting confused of. For example, in our journal terms, we hear like in movies also, in a lot of television, basically social media. Okay, so that person has a lot of attitude, right? We hear this statement, but people are forgetting that there are two points to it. One is positive attitudes and one is negative attitude. Understand? So for example, I'll give you a very simple example. An interviewee is coming into the interview. उसने कहीं से पढ़ा है कि attitude दिखाओ. You should show the attitude. उससे तुम्हारा confidence दिखेगा. उससे तुम्हारी ऐसा दिखेगा कि that you are very matured person and you sit very casually on the chair. But what it shows that you have a negative attitude. But उसी जगह, if you sit stout, if you are very active, if you are into the game, when you are listening properly to the interviewer, then it shows a positive attitude. It's not negative attitude, it's positive attitude. So positive attitude is very important nowadays because there's a lot of competition in the market, and if you are there to show that negative attitude to the customer, to the interviewer, to the client, then no, they are not going to accept you, right? So there's a saying also, if you don't like something, change it. If you can't change it, change the attitude. Like a lot of people, you must have said that मुझसे नहीं हो पा रहा है, I'm not able to fit in this organization, I'm not able to fit in this, with the new boss. I'm not able to fit in the new group of colleague. I'm not able to fit in this new team. Why they are saying it? Because they are not able to change their past interpersonal skills into a positive one. The bad habits that they have learned. Like for example, एक group of people के बीच में हम लोग रहते हैं ना, for example जब, तो हम एक बड़े comfort zone में चले जाते हैं कि यार ये अच्छा है, यहीं पे रहूंगा मैं और यहीं में से काम होता है. और इस एटीट्यूड के साथ when you go in the office and you meet different people from different cultures, you face a lot of difficulties. I am telling you, because there will be people from Hyderabad, there will be people from Andhra Pradesh, there will be people from Madhya Pradesh, there will be people from UP, there will be people from Mumbai, there will be people from Delhi, different places, and they have a different nature. They have a different take on different things. So if you're not able to adjust there, then change the attitude. Everything will go fine. Don't take those things very seriously ki why I am not able to feel comfortable. It's upon you, your attitude towards life. Okay, I am going to work this up. This is my job to do. They are not going to change according to me. I am going to change myself. Everything is under my control. That's the take you have to take. That's the stage you have to pull up if you want to, excel in your job. So for example, attitude, behavior, both are interrelated. Both are interrelated. Your attitude and your behavior, both are interrelated. So if you're having a bad behavior, your attitude changes. So if you have a good attitude, your behavior also becomes good. Perception. Okay, so if you can see this picture, there are blocks. One is saying 4, the other one is 3, and if you look closely, both are right. This is called perception. Perception is something that we have priorly to the situation. When we are going into the situation, we have perception that okay, this is, for example, this situation is going to be like this, this object is going to be like this, this behavior is going to be like this. हम इंडिविजुअली ही अपने आप से सोच लेते हैं कि कैसा ये बिहेवियर होगा उसका, कैसा इसका ऑब्जेक्टिव होगा. बट आई एम टेलिंग यू फ्रेंड्स, नेवर हैव अ परसेप्शन, never have a perception beforehand. Never make perceptions about anybody. Have an open mind. If you have an open mind, you will be able to have more knowledge, have more insight of the situation, and perform better and better. Understand? Okay. Next is leadership. Very important, as you can see in the picture, that if you can look closely, mother is saying all you have done is chisel all day. Do something useful like helping your brother drag those rocks up the hill. So brother is breaking the rocks into pieces, and the other brother is rolling it down, brushing it down into a roller, and but he's doing wrong, but he's doing right. But leadership is which actually try to take the people into one hand and going forward. Understand? The leadership is very important. Empathy, a very important perspective towards interpersonal skills is empathy. See, empathy, lot of people confuse with sympathy, but they are very two sides of the coin, if you can say. Sympathy is मैं बहुत दुखी हूं तुम्हारे लिए. Sympathy ऐसा होता है. But empathy is when you are able to get into the shoes of the other person and thinking like him. So what do you think, which is better, empathy or sympathy? Empathy. Because you will be able to feel the situation, you will be able to get to know the entire situation, so that you will be able to help the person. Empathy is one of the most important things. You will be able to you will be able to excel a lot in relationship within the corporation, so that which will help you to grow a lot, right? Next is conflict management. Very important. There is always conflict in the in the personal space also, and in the corporate space also, working space also. So but how to solve it? This is a very simple tip that I'm going to give about conflict management. So if you can see, there's a block representation: assertiveness, cooperative, competing, collaborating, avoiding, accommodating, and middle one में है compromise. So if we are competing, this is actually a model given by Kenneth Thomas and Ralph Kilman. Competing, when we are competing, right? I'm talking about conflict management. When we are competing, our assertiveness is very high. I want this, and the other person is saying I want this, right? And avoiding, assertiveness is very low. Cooperative level is also low. For example, you must have seen in a team, some people avoid situation. Okay, I don't want to deal with this, not much importance. I don't want to face this situation. So there is no conflict. There is no a proper solution to a conflict. Collaborating, assertiveness is very high. Cooperative nature is also very high. This is also not going to work when we want to have a result of a conflict, right? If we talk about accommodating, cooperation level is very high. Everybody is cooperating. Okay, let it be. ये भी कर लेते हैं, ये भी हो जाता है. Everything is okay with us, right? But if we talk about compromising, this is the solution. You take some, I take some. We will work together and have the best solution. So this is called conflict management. In conflict management, you have to find a middle solution. You have to prove your point that okay, you take this, I'll take this, we are all happy, and this is the final solution, right? Next is negotiation skills. See, negotiations, I'll give you a very simple tip in negotiation skills. There are steps which are involved in negotiation skills. First is, for example, if you are negotiating with the customer also, if you are negotiating with your boss also, if you are negotiating with the client also, first is prep. Prep means preparation. First, do the preparation. Preparation is very important for the product, for the services. Do prepare what the client needs. It's very important. If you are not going to prepare, negotiation will go down. Second is, any guesses? Deal roles. So have an argument, not an argument. Have a preparation of the documents that you have there with the client. उनके बारे में prepare करो, उनके बारे में समझाओ, उनके बारे में बताओ कि ये क्या है. जब तुम prepare करके आए हो, you know that what are the things that you have to tell the client that he or she may like, he or she may don't like. Understand? And the next is closing. Closing means, अब जब फॉर एग्जाम्पल यू नो व्हाट द क्लाइंट वांट्स बिकॉज तुम प्रिपेयर करके आए थे, तुमने वो उसके सारे डॉक्यूमेंट्स भी दे दिए दैट यू हैव एवरीथिंग दैट यू वांटेड. उसके बाद आता है क्लोजिंग में. नाउ क्लोज द डील. दैट इज कॉल्ड, दिस विल बी अ विन विन सिचुएशन फॉर एवरीबॉडी, राइट? Next is assertiveness. Assertiveness is very important. You must have seen a lot of people who have passive, aggressive, and some of them are assertive. Aggressive people are those who say I am okay but you are not okay. I am good but you are not good. I know the best but you don't know the best. Aggressive nature are those aggressive people are those people. Passive nature, I am not okay, you are okay. I am not right, you are. You are right, I am not right. It's okay. But assertive people are those who say I am okay, you're also okay. Okay, I have these qualities, I have this nature, but you also have these qualities, you also have that nature, but it's okay with me. If we are in a win-win situation, that's okay. So assertiveness, be assertive in nature. Don't have a conflict. Be a problem solver rather than a problem maker. That is the best solution. There's a very good interpersonal skill that you should look upon, right? The last is discipline. As we all know, the best part to have any goal done, have any goal accomplished, discipline is the main cause, the main push for you to complete that goal. So it is written that you will never always be motivated. This is very important. You will never be motivated. Maybe you are demotivated by your parents, you will be demotivated by your for example friends, you can be demotivated by a lot of people, but if you are disciplined, the work is 80% done. Discipline, be disciplined. Discipline is the one of the major causes of people who are into, succeed. I can give you many examples. For example, Jeff Boss, for example, there are a lot of examples. So discipline is a very good quality that you have in order to have a interpersonal skills. Thank you guys for listening to me, and this is Saurav signing off, and I hope you understood some of the basic terms of interpersonal skills, and do not forget to comment below the questions that you have for me. If you have anything you want to ask me, do comment. Thank you. Bye. Have a good day.